Hi guys, it's Thursday, October 8th, 2009, I think. I'm sitting here because I was in the middle of watching a coast-to-coast interview on YouTube with Richard C. Hoagland, and he's talking about the Lunar Impact Mission. Now, I had stated that initially in July 7th of this year, the attempt to explode the bomb on the moon would be stopped by, I can't remember if I said Indian or Chinese satellites would pick up water on the moon. And then apparently it seems that that happened. The Lunar Impact Mission was postponed for tomorrow, actually, at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I believe it is. You can watch it. There's going to be an hour-and-a-half presentation on the explosion, I guess, event. But what I want to backtrack about is that when I made this comment, when I was asked in my July 3rd or 4th interview with Brad Johnson about the explosion on the moon, they said something about a satellite would intercept it and it would stop it. So it turns out that an Indian satellite has found water on the moon, and that it's not getting a lot of coverage. Now, I don't know about the chronology of the dates, but that's apparently what's happened. Not that I'm like, see, I'm the psychic and I made this accurate prediction, because I'm very skeptical about predictions. I don't know who the source is necessarily when I'm getting the information, but I kind of picked that out of thin air. I really didn't know that the Indian Space Agency had found water on the moon, evidence of water on the moon. I don't know when that is. So please don't tell me I'm picking this out of a news clipping or something, because I didn't know anything about that until yesterday. Now, what does this relate to the video today? Well, the beings have asked me to make this video about the Lunar Impact Mission that supposedly is going to happen tomorrow. I was literally watching the Richard C. Hoagland video, and right in the middle of the part 2, I believe it was, I don't know, I want to thank the person who posted this. It's, hold on, I don't know the name of the people who are doing this. StopTheRobbery.com. That's who it is. So thank you, StopTheRobbery.com, for posting this interview from Coast to Coast with Richard C. Hoagland about the Lunar Impact Mission. I'm watching in like part 2, right in the middle of it, my computer stops, even though it's a fully loaded video. It would not go any further, and the being said, you have to make a video about the Lunar Impact Mission. So I have no idea what they're going to say about it, so here goes. This is a message for you guys about the Lunar Impact Mission tomorrow, and they want me to post this right now so that you can see it's time dated. And this is what they want to say. I have no idea what they're going to say, by the way. So please don't beat me with a wet noodle and tell me I'm batshit crazy yet again, because you don't know anything about my story. So I'm not doing this for my health. I'm not doing this for acclaim. I'm sure as hell not doing this for money. So what am I doing it for? And I really don't need the attention. I really don't need the attention. I really don't need the attention. Okay, so here goes. Oh, and by the way, I want to say something about channeling. I thought channeling was made up. I thought it was fake. I thought it had no basis on reality, and then it started happening to me. I have no investment in channeling, quite frankly. If I never did it again, I wouldn't miss it at all. So I believe that they are channeling me, these beings, whoever. Maybe it's the NSA. I have no idea. So just take with this, don't just take my word for this. Don't just believe everything that comes out of my mouth. I'm sure some of it is inaccurate. I want you guys to be critical thinkers about this. I want you to research. I want you to back up your research. Stop telling me I'll just take your word for it. Too many of you are giving up your own power by saying I'll just take your word for it, because I am not the expert. I don't know everything. You people need to empower yourselves. If you take any message away from what I am saying or what the beings are telling me to tell you guys, it's that you have to be responsible for yourselves. That means you have to do the work yourself. I can't do it for you. So just take this as food for thought. For anyone who's watching this, I hope this is useful to you. Okay, here goes. You're going to be seeing a lunar explosion on the moon. Okay. It will impact the communities on the dark side of the moon. There is a subsistence force unit that is standing by, ready to intercept should this explosion occur. There's no need to stir up the atmosphere and to wildly assail the components of the compositional structure of the moon. There's going to be an explosion on the moon. We cannot assist, stop, or prevent this action from occurring, but please understand, the impact of what happens from this explosion will be far-reaching and optimistic. You must agree, then, that we who are the Anunnaki are not here to destroy you. We're not here to take over, co-opt, coerce, divide and conquer, any of that nonsense that people think of us in this day and age. We're not here to destroy. We're not here to take over. Even though this hostile action is viewed as a scientific act by NASA and others, we see it as an act of hostility, no more, no less. They've already known, NASA's already known from the Indian Space Agency for a while that the moon has water. The moon has an atmosphere, yes. Richard C. Hoagland was speaking in the video that we only let Anya watch a portion of until we cut her off. They did. My computer just stopped working. It was fully loaded and the video would not play. They're saying, yes, yes, enough with that. They're being really funny. We would not let her watch the rest of the video because we had to make this important announcement. We will be revealing ourselves in short supply in no time at all. There's going to be a sighting. Please don't shoot me if this doesn't happen. This is what I'm being told. It could be Intel doing something to me. I have no idea. They're saying Des Moines, Iowa, in about a week's time, is going to have a reparation of some kind for a storm that occurred earlier. This reading is not making any sense. I'm sorry. Forgive me if this doesn't make sense. An assailant is going to be stepping forth to speak of this action of the moon explosion. The moon exploding, as it were. An explosion on the moon. There's going to be a person who calls himself Ralph. Somebody named Ralph. Ralph Weeks. This reading doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, guys. It's really complicated. They're being interfered with. Somebody's interfering with the... There's a lot of static electricity, so I apologize. All they said was this has to do with the moon landing, and they wouldn't let me watch the rest of the video, so there you go. I don't know what this video is worth. For what it's worth, I'm sorry if I stole 10 minutes of your time. We see you structuring a storyline that will correspond with your experience, Anya. In due time, you will have a proper alignment of what is occurring, and others will see fit too. Des Moines, Iowa. The reason we mention it, keep an eye out for the rising floodwaters in Iowa. There's going to be some kind of elopement. They're really not being clear today. I'm sorry. Please forgive this bungled effort. I guess time will tell. I guess they're just confirming what we already knew, which is that the Indian Space Agency already had water on the moon, and we'll take it from there. We shall see. They're saying there's not going to be an explosion. It's going to be halted. Something's going to happen. The explosion has stopped. They just keep saying the explosion stopped, so we'll see. If it happens, my prediction was wrong. I hate predictions. I really hate predictions. Don't ask me for any predictions. Sorry, guys. I hope it was for entertainment purposes only then, for this reading. This was a real mess. Thank you.